Tony Ferguson does not want to retire from the UFC. He took to Twitter recently and he had this to say. He said, number one, haven't sparred good since Barbosa or Thompson. Number two, only time I find myself in a cage is when I fight, right? Number three, since the pandemic, none of this shit has been fun. Four, I used to smile a lot more when I was competing. Five, been so busy taking care of others instead of myself. Then he posted this video of him hitting the bags. And it continues. It says, I created boundaries between those who are bad for me. Number 8, structured myself so I don't make the same mistakes. Number 9, no, I'm not retiring. And F those who think I should. And 10, I have work to do and I'm one pissed off mofo. Alright. You know, whenever there's a referee in an MMA fight or any fight, and he separates two fighters because one of the fighters has just been taking a beating literally round after round after round, and the referee has seen enough punishment being done to one fighter, and he goes like, hey bro, it's time to end the fight, live to fight another day, you got beat up on this one, I think this fight is over, right? So we've seen those instances happen in the ring. That same analogy I think could be applied to Tony Ferguson right now. You know, Tony had a good career, man. He had 12, what was it, 12 wins in a row. It's one of the longest win streaks in UFC history. And he's also has currently one of the longest losing streaks in the UFC history. I don't think there's anyone else that has that same stat line, which is pretty crazy in and of itself. But yeah, I think somebody definitely in Tony's circle should be whispering the thought like, hey bro, I think took enough damage, right? I think it's time for you to hang up the gloves. My biggest fear, my biggest concern is for, you know, Tony getting injured in one of his future fights and it leaves him in a really bad spot, similar to what happened to Chris Weidman, right? Chris Weidman took a pretty bad injury going into his late 40s. I mean, going into his late 30s, you know? And I don't want to see that happen to a fighter that had the opportunity to leave, right? So definitely, I think somebody in Tony Ferguson's like circle should be whispering, you know, that conversation a little bit, because that it is definitely a possibility, you know, that in Tony hasn't been looking the sharpest as of late, and I don't think he's getting any better. He's more towards the end of his prime than he's in it, and he might get really hurt, you know. But if those are the risks he's willing to take, man, those really up to him. I'm really interested to know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Do you guys think Tony Ferguson call it quits right now? I mean, he's in his 6th loss in a row. I really don't know how the UFC or Dana White hasn't told him anything about it, and they're still allowing this dude to fight. Do you guys think, you know, he is susceptible to getting injuries, like crazy injury? Because he's already had surgeries, you know, like, I don't know. I'm really interested into knowing what you guys think down in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.